Hello there, I'm Barry Robinson for Scarborough TV News. Now, I'm out and about. Our journey has taken us to the West Pier for Seafest. I'm talking to this lovely young lady, Councillor Janet Jefferson. You are the boss of the Seafest.
Well, we all work as a team, Barry, but I suppose they put me down as the coordinator, one of the coordinators, but we started it way back in '99. So yes, I have been on board it for 16 years. But now the scope's wide and there's about 8 of us that do work as a team.
So just tell everybody what there is here today.
There's something for everybody, whether you're 6 or 60. We have the animated children's theatre, which was Orpheus the Mariner. We have lots and lots of fun and games for children and storytelling. We've got the things to do with the fishing industry, like the seafood kitchen where celebrity chefs have come. We've got the exhibition tent with the Maritime Heritage, the Museum Trust, Scarborough in Bloom are there, and lots of other people with lots of food and different items to what you would normally get from within this area. We've got the lovely beer tent where you can sit and relax, listen to the music and taste one of 40 brews from Cropton Brewery.
Well, here we are. We're right next to this kids' theatre.
Yes, it's an animated theatre. Lee and Dawn keep doing productions every 2 hours, dressing up within the monsters that you can see to my left, and then they tour the festival site.
So here we are at Seafest, but why did you get the idea? How did you get the idea of Seafest?
Well, it was the fisheries at Yorkshire and Humber Seafood who wanted to do something to bring an awareness way back in '99 of the fishing industry, what it did to the community and the tourism aspect of it. So that's where we started, but in a small way with just the seafood kitchen and some shanty songs, and then we've grown and grown to have exhibition tents. We always have the grand firework display tonight at 10 o'clock, and then we also have a blessing of the boat service in the morning, which is important to the seafarers around.
So if anybody wants to have a look regarding Seafest on a computer, how would they go about it?
Discover Yorkshire Coast and /Seafest.
Well, Janice, as always, it's great to see you, and it's a lovely day. I'm sure you're going to be very, very busy.
We are, and thank you, Barry, for coming.
Right, I'm now with Jonathan from the British Barbecue Sausage Company. Now, Jonathan, tell me all about your sausages.
Right, well, they're all made by ourselves, and they're over a foot long, and we've got 4 different flavours. We've got one with apple and cinnamon. We've got a Yorkshire one, which is parsley, sage and pepper. And we've also got chilli jam and sun-dried tomato.
Right, so you say you make these yourselves?
Yep, 80% pork. Yeah, we make them just outside Bradford. Everything's done in Yorkshire.
The smell is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, sometimes you can smell the chilli coming out of the chilli ones. And
right, is that what it is? I mean, it does smell great.
Yeah, it's all barbecued, so, it's healthier than being fried.
Well, John, thank you very much indeed for chatting to us, and I really do hope you have a great weekend here at Seafest. Now here I am down at Seafest with Lee Threadgold. Lee, what exactly have you been doing here, and especially with this creation to your left?
Well, I'm Artistic Director of Animated Objects Theatre Company. We're a Scarborough-based theatre company. We work with gigantic puppets most of the time, so we do large-scale community performances, open-air theatre, things of that sort. And this is one of our puppets today. This is Dermot the Hermit Crab.
Dermot the Hermit?
Yeah. So he's been on walkabout today. We also have old Fish Face back in the background there as well. And at an event like this, it's just about getting young people involved and families as well, being something a bit playful, something colourful for people to see, and just showing them the sort of work that we do in the community as well.
Yeah, so what a marvellous invention that is. Have you made this yourself?
Yes, there's myself, and in there is Dawn as well, my lovely wife and co-founder of the company. She's in there operating that one. I do the other one later on in the day. And we alternate doing shows and watching out, making sure we don't get knocked over or anything like that,
Well, I was watching you do your performance a little bit earlier on, and you were very good. You had loads of people watching you, lots of audience participation.
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing, really. At a festival like this, people don't necessarily want to linger very long, so you've got to do something that's very loud, very in their face. If you can get something where the kids are involved directly and getting the mums and dads involved, they're more likely to stay and to engage with the performance. And that's the sort of style we do here, sort of short and snappy. Give people a bit of a good laugh, and then they can go and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Well, Lee, thanks for having a chat.
It's all right. Thank you very much indeed.
Do you mind if we take your country? Village your village.
Now I'm with the great chef Rob Green. Now Rob, how long have you been chefing?
Ooh, 27 years, something like that now.
Well, you should know what you're doing by now then.
No, I should do, yeah.
Well, here we are at Scarborough Seafest, and you've been putting on a marvellous display with a lobster. Tell me all about it.
Well, today what we did, it was like a taste of summer, really. So I wanted to sort of capture sort of a barbecue-y type of thing. So we've had sort of some barbecued lobster with an apple and fennel coleslaw and some citrus marinated sort of charred new potatoes. And it went really well, yeah.
Of course, you've got a great restaurant in Whitby.
That's right, yeah, Greens of Whitby. We've been there now we're into our 15th year. And it's getting busier, and we're very happy with it.
So you do speciality food over there. What sort of food is this?
Well, I suppose using a lot of fresh local produce is our main thing that we do. So a lot of local fish from out of the North Sea and surrounding areas.
What about the old fish and chips, like haddock and chips?
Yeah, that's obviously ever popular in Whitby and at our restaurant as well, especially on the lunchtime. Again, we just pride ourselves on using fresh local fish, and it's a very popular item still on the menu, yeah.
Well, here today at Seafest, your demonstration went down very well. This marquee was full.
It was full today, and it's really nice to see that people are interested in the cooking demonstrations and also what the Yorkshire coast has to offer from a seafood point of view as well.
Have you got a website for your restaurant?
We have, yeah. It's www.greensofwhitby.com.
Rob, thanks very much indeed for having a chat.
Thank you very much.
I should be singing Splish Splash. I was having a bath. This is the Scarborough SubAqua Club, Matthew and Carl. Now, Matthew, you're the vice chairman.
Yes, that is, yeah. I am.
Okay, so what do you have to do for that?
I basically have to co-run the club. I speak a lot with the chairman. I am organising a stall here today. I'm organising a recruitment drive, and we are looking at doing a weekend in Whitby documenting the loss of the Rohilla. It's the centenary of her sinking, 1914.
Well done. And Carl?
I'm the diving officer of the club, and I tend to make sure that everybody dives safely and we get them back on the boat and things like that.
So you obviously dive as well?
I do, yes.
Yeah, so what's it like?
It's a completely different world down there, because I always find, and a lot of divers say, is that when you go underwater, it's a completely different world, and everything on the surface no longer matters. It's you, your buddy, and the dive. And the shipwrecks you find down there, there's nothing like it on land. There's only very, very few places where you can see a shipwreck on land. You know, the Mary Rose Museum, for instance.
What exactly do you find? Give us a clue.
Well, the accolade for any diver is a ship's bell, because it would have the name on it. But there's a lot of brass that comes on a wreck. There's telegraphs, portals, makers' plates, and these are all good for identification purposes, and they're nice ornaments.
So what's the visibility like when you're diving around Scarborough?
It can vary between diving in a tin of soup to absolutely what we call megavis, gin clear. It's all down to the time of year. In this time of year now, we go out and you probably get 10-15 metres. Towards the end of September, it can improve even more.
If anybody wants to join the Scarborough SubAqua Club, Matthew, how do they go about it?
Well, we do have a website, www.scarboroughsubaqua.net, but the best way of getting in touch is to come down to our clubhouse. It's 25 St Mary's Street, which is next door to the Leeds Arms Pub. We're open every Wednesday from 8:30 in the evening, and also every Sunday from 5 until 7 for our Sunday tea time tipple.
Well, Carl and Matthew, thanks very much for having a chat.
Pleasure.
And have a great time down here on the West Pier. Well, as you can see, loads of people here, loads of societies, chefs, stalls, all sorts of things happening here at the Scarborough Seafest. I'm Barry Robinson, having great fun for Scarborough TV News.